By now, you've probably heard of COVID-19, or coronavirus disease discovered in 2019, which is responsible for a global pandemic. Thus far, the main country affected has been China, but it spread to a number of other countries around the world to a varying degree. The virus was initially referred to as the 2019 nCoV, or the 2019 novel coronavirus, and was informally called the Wuhan coronavirus. The World Health Organization named the disease COVID-19 because it doesn't refer to a geographical location, an animal, a person, or a group of people, all of which can lead to stigma. They also wanted to make it pronounceable and related to the disease, which is not an easy task. The virus was officially named SARS-CoV-2, or Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus 2, because it's genetically very similar to the SARS coronavirus, which was responsible for, well, the Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, or SARS outbreak in 2002. So, SARS-CoV-2 causes COVID-19. Now, coronaviruses that circulate among humans are typically benign, and they cause about a quarter of all common cold illnesses. But occasionally, coronaviruses that circulate in an animal reservoir mutate just enough to where they're able to start infecting and causing disease in humans, if they're given an opportunity. In 2002, SARS was a coronavirus that hopped over from bats to civets, which is a cat-like mammal, and then over to humans. And in 2012, there was MERS, which was a coronavirus that hopped over from bats to camels a few decades ago, and then circulated among camels for quite some time before eventually infecting humans. COVID-19 most likely also started with bats, but this time the intermediate host was probably a pangolin, an animal that looks like a cross between an anteater and an armadillo. That's based on the fact that scientists identified a coronavirus in pangolins that's a 96% genetic match to SARS-CoV-2. Sadly, pangolins are heavily trafficked around the planet, largely because people believe that their scales have healing properties. And because they're moved around the world rather than just left in the wild, there are ample opportunities for a coronavirus to go from a pangolin to a human. As of February 11th, 2020, there have been 43,103 cases of COVID-19 and 1,018 deaths, with a fatality rate of 2.4%, according to the World Health Organization. The vast majority of cases and deaths have occurred in China. For a little perspective, the 2002 SARS outbreak resulted in 8,098 cases and 774 deaths, so the fatality rate was around 9.6%. And the 2012 MERS outbreak resulted in 2,494 cases and 858 deaths, bringing the fatality rate to 34%. Finally, for the 2014 Ebola outbreak, which was granted not due to a coronavirus, there were 28,639 cases and 11,316 deaths.